I used to be a hater about books. My mom always try to get me to read when I was younger. I was like, no, screw that.
Same.
And then I just kind of found it again for myself. I was like, oh, you know what? Like, I like fantasy. Like, I like Lord of the Rings. Like, maybe I should try another book like in the same genre. And like, it was like, oh, this is so awesome.
It's so special. Yeah. There's a running joke in my family. Like, my mom used to make me read too. I would pretend to read. I would just sit there and pretend. Definitely didn't read all the books in school.
Oh God, yeah.
But yeah, I think when I was in high school, someone gave me The Four Agreements. Have you heard of that book?
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
This exists?
Yeah.
And then that was like,
that's awesome.
The philosophy sort of door
cool.
opening. Yeah. But
yeah, you have like a eureka moment.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that's another thing of, this is out of nowhere, but like as I've grown older, not that I'm old or anything, but like I've realized, like really analyzing yourself, like what I like. I'm like, what do I really like? Again, back to this, like these stories that you're told, you're supposed to like this, you're supposed to do this. And if you like practice, I mean, journaling helps and whatever, talking about whatever, but like to really think like, what do I actually like doing? I like to read about fantasy. Okay, I'm gonna do that more. And like, instead of like, I don't know, like partying or doing social ladder climbing or like other things that are fun and enjoyable, and like we're trying to crystallize like the human experience here, which is not possible, but like other things like, oh, I just like to do, you know, like I've realized what I actually like to do, and it's like so nice to kind of surrender to that, be like, oh, you know what? Oh, okay, this is what I enjoy, you know. And I'm still curious about other things and experience, but like it's nice to not care at all and just, you know, because I think a lot of people's like their experiences are driven by what other people think, you know, like what is gonna behoove you in this situation, or what are people gonna think about me, and to like kind of like look a little past that and not give a shit. And other people are really good at that, and like you could see them like, oh, these people are just like so them, you know. And it seems so enjoyable because they're just like wearing their interests on their sleeves and they're just doing them. But like, especially I'm trying to relate this to like our upbringing perhaps, and like it's not that easy, you know. People don't really do that much, and and there's a big world out there with different people, but 100%. Like to do that now, I'm like, oh, this is so much more enjoyable, you know. And I still have like innate anxieties about what people think about me, or what people think about my art or whatever, right? That will always be there. We're just children of this world. But as I'm getting older, I'm kind of being like, you know, like, oh wow, I do like that. Like, why didn't I do that before the last 3 years? Like I knew I liked it, but I didn't really admit it to myself almost. I don't know. Yeah, for sure. And reading is one of them, is what I'm saying. Like really nerdy, like whatever shit like that.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
But that's part of the piece. Like we've talked about this also, which is like following those pings, be it like the seedling of an idea,
right, into
the curiosity, and also, you know, taking those risks. One thing that I really like, that Emerson is talking about in Self-Reliance, which I'm reading right now.
Sweet.
Is like, he says, and I love this also from Walt Whitman, which we did an episode on the podcast, a conversation on like embracing our contradictions. From Whitman's, you know, I contain multitudes. Do I contradict myself? Yes, I do, very well.
Whoa.
Emerson talks about the same thing. He's like, contradict yourself. Say exactly what you want to say today. And if tomorrow you say exactly what you want to say and they're different, so be it. Beautiful.
Right. Cool. I like that.
Don't worry about, you know, tomorrow when I do that, is Sam going to, you know, no, whatever. Mean what you say and what you do. And I think that there's so much value in hearing that in our context today.